Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this WILN Sports Special presentation of the Lehigh Valley Health Network. Game of the week, week number 8, brings us to Harmon-Geist Stadium, home of the Hazleton area Cougars, as it is homecoming weekend 2019 for Hazleton area high school as they play host to the Knights of Scranton. You are looking live at Harmon-Geist Stadium in Hazleton. We thank you for joining us for continuing coverage of high school football on WILN. I'm Marty Burns, joined as always by the coach, Joe DeMelfi, Mike Sosar on the sidelines, Jim Burns on the stats. And, Joe, we got a couple of teams that are in the 6A classification for the inner districts. Only 4 teams get in. Currently, Hazleton area under head coach Mike Brennan are on the outside looking in, but Coach Brennan believes because of their strength of schedule, they finished strong here in this last 3 games. They got a chance to get in there, and it starts tonight with a key matchup against Scranton.
I think one of the things you have to remember is a key game for Hazleton, not only with the district playoffs or the inter-district playoffs, but also getting this young team to believe in themselves. That's one of the things I know that Coach Brennan is really concentrating, spent a lot of time this week. They have a chance tonight against a Scranton team that's 5-2, but as you mentioned, Marty, if you look at strength of schedule, I think Hazleton can very well be in this ball game.
And the other thing, Scranton finishes up with a couple of tough games after tonight where they have to face, to this point, undefeated Valley View, and to this point, one-loss Delaware Valley. So Scranton would really like to cement their hold in the 6A inner districts with a victory tonight. Hazleton area looking to get back in the fold with a victory. As you see, both teams' captains awaiting, and they're getting the signal. They are heading out to midfield, and they are going to meet with our referee tonight, Mr. Chuck Supon. Let's head down to the field for tonight's coin toss.
Okay, gentlemen, shake hands.
Matt Fisher. The corners are number 13, Matthew Casatis, and number 6, Connor Shaman. And the free safety is number 1, Matt Cookman.
Okay, gentlemen, Scranton has won the toss. They've chose to receive. Hazleton has chose to defend the scoreboard. Red over here, white over here, please.
Your officials this evening.
As you heard from Chuck Supon, the Scranton Knights won the toss. They want the football. So Hazleton area will be kicking off to them. Joining Chuck Supon on the officiating crew tonight, the umpire is Al Williams. Nick Coleman is the linesman. The line judge is Matt Murphy. Jason Wimmer is the side judge. Chris Bonafide is tonight's field judge. Lehigh Valley Health Network is pleased to be the official sponsor of WILN's Game of the Week. Best of luck to tonight's teams from Lehigh Valley Health Network. And Joe, when we talk about Scranton, they're going to get the ball to start. Everything starts with their quarterback, Tylil White. I know in talking to Coach Brennan, one of the things defensively, because he's their leading rusher, obviously their leading passer, accounts for a lot of their offense. You got to stay disciplined in your lanes because he's one of those players, if you let get outside, he can create a lot of havoc.
We talk about that all the time, Marty. If the defensive ends can't contain, White is the type of quarterback that gets to the corner. Now your secondary is really between a rock and a hard place because he can take it up the field or make the throw. In fact, our statistician and I, Jim Burns, were talking about last week when Tegan Wilk took the first snap from the shotgun and took off to the right side, and there was nothing but field in front of him. Interesting to see if Scranton does not try the same type of thing.
There you see number 15, Luke Russo, getting set for tonight's opening Barbush Automotive kickoff. Cougars will be in the red, going from right to left on your screen. One of the 3 men back for Scranton is number 3, Tylil White, the quarterback that we just talked about. And Russo will squib it. High bounce taken by one of the up men. That's Seamus Hallstone. And Seamus Hallstone is going to be pushed out of bounds. Late flag. I wonder if they're going to say he was already out of bounds when he got hit. So Scranton could end up with great starting field position to open tonight's ball game.
Outside on the coverage team, they need to close, can't turn their shoulders and run into the man. They have to be able to level off. And let's see, I think they called a block in the back on Scranton.
We have a block in the back, 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
Good eye, Coach. I
First
thought
down.
as late as it was thrown, when Hailstone got hit out of bounds, I thought maybe they had a late hit. But
Marty,
you picked up the block in the back.
on a play like that, there are so many people around. That's one of the things, as you mentioned, that may be out of bounds with the hit or a block in the back.
White will go under center. Ball marked at the Knight 29. It's going to be a toss to Charlie Thompson. And that wasn't Thompson that got tripped up. That was Jason Thorpe Adams, number 2, not 23, for a loss of a yard.
And I'll tell you what, Seth Hunsinger played it very, very well. He did not make the tackle, but he caused a jam right there at the corner, and they did come out trying to go to the right side with the toss play out of the I formation.
And he played very well last week at Berwick in their defeat against the Bulldogs. White now will go out of the gun on 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw, and he overthrows the intended receiver, Ricky Walker.
Walker tried to run a short stop route about 8 or 9 yards. White didn't really have his feet set, and the ball soared on him.
Now, Joe, this is really going to sound strange 50 seconds in. But for Hazleton area, we mentioned young team looking to build confidence. This is a key third down. 3rd and 11, got to get off the field.
I think anytime you have success, obviously, whether it's offense or defense, it greatly helps your team, not only physically, but mentally in field position.
4 receivers set for the Knights. White being pressured. Rolls right, pumps. He's going to tuck it and run, and he's going to be brought down after a gain of about 7, shy of the first down.
White did get to the corner, but very good pursuit. Here you're going to see several defenders he's being chased, finally lassoed by Kevin Molesky, and then Molesky was helped by some of his defensive teammates.
4th and 3. Knights will line up in the BLB Auto Sales punt. Seamus Hailstone is out there to punt. They're looking to get somebody on the field late. Matt Fisher, number 3, number 13, Matthew Casatis back deep for the Cougars. Hailstone gets it away. Fisher comes up, touched it, and I believe Scranton has recovered. Making the recovery, Josh Cohen. So a big break, the first break of the night goes to Scranton, as they'll get it at the Cougar 34 on the turnover on special teams.
From up here, it looked like Fisher was a little tentative, Marty. I didn't know whether he wanted to feel it or let it bounce. Didn't quite get under the ball, let it hit his hands in front of him, couldn't handle it.
And the other thing that I think made him unsure, he didn't signal fair catch, so he might also been looking at the approaching defenders. Whistle stopped the play. The handoff was to Thompson, but no play. Let's see what Chuck Supon's got. Ball starting against the offense. Makes it 1st and 15, second penalty in the first minute 50 seconds against the Knights. Pushes them back to the Cougar 39. Thorpe Adams gets it on the end around. He gets the penalty back, plus a couple more, but a late flag is in. And I learned my lesson from the first play, Coach. I won't guess.
Well, I'll tell you what, Marty, that's the 3rd flag we had tonight. And it's early in the ball game. Let's see who that goes against. We have a holding penalty against the Knights.
So we'll see where they spotted the foul and then marched it 10 yards. And then we also had a face mask. Or did he miss signal? No, now the face mask was against the defense.
Sorry, that was a personal
went
foul,
from a
face
hold
mask on the
offensively to a
Cougars.
face mask defensively. And due to penalty, it's a Harry's you pull it first down, and it puts the Knights in the Grand Central red zone with a first down and 10 from the 18. This is going to be Thompson trying to bounce it to the outside. Fisher hauls him down inside the 10. It'll depend on the spot. Looks like they're going to give him 9 on the play.
Here you see bouncing it outside. You need to get some help from your linebackers. Clogged up in front. Bryce Reed did a good job getting him to bounce outside, but then you need your linebackers over to make the tackle. Didn't happen, so picked up good yardage.
So we've got a 2nd down and 1 from the Cougar 9. White keeps it himself, and he didn't need much as he gained 2, but it'll be enough for a Harry's you pull it. Scranton first down, 1st and goal for the Knights.
White coming down the line, picking his opening on the left side with the quarterback sneak.
Handoff is to Thompson. Thompson lowered his shoulder and picked up about 3 to the 4. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Thompson running out of a true eye. He had 2 backs in front of him. Power play, isolation type power play, right side. He picks up a couple.
White's going to go out of the gun. He's got Thompson to his left. He's got 2 receivers to the top of your screen. White rolls that way. He's looking to keep it. Cuts it back in the middle, and he is hauled down shy of the goal line at about the 1.5.
Marty, when that happens, Hazleton player was up quick. Right here you're going to see it to cut it off. Now the defense on the backside has to be a little quicker. They cannot let that gap occur. They need to come down the line of scrimmage to make that tackle. Didn't happen, and White is quick. So they're going to have to shore the backside of that defense up.
And it'll be 3rd and goal, and White by himself out of the gun. He goes straight up the middle, dives to the end zone. He's in for a 2 Italian guys. Pizzeria, Scranton touchdown.
Fisher's fumble leads to the touchdown, so Scranton, and here you see it, right side, single wing. Just taking the ball up the field with the block from running back. He's able to take it into the end zone.
Flag stopped the play. Number 59, Jeremiah Ortiz,
Defense.
is on for the Sacco Chiropractic extra point.
That'll be
Nate Cobley, sophomore backup quarterback, to hold. Hold is down, kick is up, and the Sacco Chiropractic extra point is good. 7:20 left in the opening quarter off the turnover. Scranton leads 7-0.
Life is full of partners. Your health deserves a partner too.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Renai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
We welcome you back to the Lehigh Valley Health Network Game of the Week, week number 8, homecoming weekend for Hazleton Area High School. Not the start they were looking for, trailing 7-0. Mr. Do-It-All, Ty Lil White on for the Barbush Automotive kickoff. Be a short kick, picked up by Casadas at the 24. He's across the 30, and Casadas gets across the 35 to about the 39. Cougars have good starting field position for their first offensive possession, trailing 7-0.
Marty, Scranton's touchdown, White 2-yard run, right side. Ortiz with the kick. Good. 6th place, 34 yards. Took 2 minutes and 52 seconds after that fumble.
Scranton rushed it 6 times for 24 yards and were aided by a face mask penalty as well. So the Cougars get it to start. Good news for them, Kellen Warner back in the lineup at quarterback after being injured 2 weeks ago in the Delaware Valley game. And he's going to roll right, throwing to Casadas, and he kept it from hitting the ground, and he picks up about 8. And there's a flag on the far sideline.
Warner off the sprint, completes it. Looks like it's coming back.
Now we're having a conversation. Chuck Supon awaiting for the result. And we'll mark the Cougars back.
We have an illegal formation on the offense. 5 yards, repeat, first down.
So it makes it 1st and 15 at the 34. A sloppy start on both sides as the flags have been flying here. Not even 5 minutes into the first quarter.
Obviously, one of the wide receivers was deeper into the backfield and counted for 5 people.
High snap. It's going to be a draw to Johnson. Seamus Hailstone wasn't fooled, holding Johnson to maybe a gain of 2 to the 36.
They tried to run that sprint draw type play, which goes back to the right side. Took it up the field, and Hailstone right there to make the stop.
Freshman Matthew Bookman is the tailback behind Warner. It's going to be a toss to Bookman. Bookman showing some speed. He's in open field. And Bookman will be hauled down in night territory, but not before he picks up a Harry's. You pull it. Cougar first down.
I'll tell you what, Marty, ran a toss, and we'll look at that again as we see Bookman right here. Turns it up the field. Great job by the slot right on the right side, occupying the defenders, and Bookman shows a burst of speed up the field. Good yardage and a first down.
Gain of 29, and we mentioned it last week. Coach Brennan kept telling me he couldn't wait to get this young man on the field. Missed the first 6 games with injury, but he's out there now and he's getting a chance to play. Showed a big burst there with that gain of 29. Here's Molesky trying to bounce it to the right side. He got tripped up. Making the play for Scranton, Liam Hailstone, along with Matt Williams. You may say you've heard Hailstone a couple of times. Liam, number 4, Seamus, number 11 for Scranton. They are twins.
Tried to run right side Power play, nothing there. And as you mentioned, Liam Hailstone with the tackle. In fact, there was a minus 1 yard to the right side.
So it makes it 2nd and 11. Cougars come with a 4-receiver set. Molesky next to Warner in the backfield. Here comes Casadas in motion. They're going to run that option. Look, Warner keeps. And he's going to be tracked down from behind and brought down inside the 35 to about the 33. Give him a gain of 3.
Seamus Hailstone. As you see Warner try to turn it up here, you're going to see Seamus Hailstone behind him.
That replay brought to you by S.J. Kowalski. 4:42 and counting left in the opening quarter on the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership scoreboard. Cougars opening possession, they trail 7-0, and they have a 3rd down and 8 from the Scranton 33. 3 receivers set to the bottom of your screen. Warner looks that way, he's being pressured, and he's going to be sacked. Bringing him down, Jaleel Mitchell.
You see Mitchell up the field very quickly right there. Warner looking, nothing there. Decided to bail out left. But Mitchell there quickly to make the tackle.
Cougars will play field position here and come out in the BLB Auto Sales punt. Scranton getting some players late on the field. No flags I didn't see. Russo, nice kick, takes a Hazleton roll. That's going to come to a stop at the Scranton 6-yard line. Stop by Sally Purcell's Country Inn for homestyle cooking at 891 West County Road in Sugarloaf. Open Tuesday to Sunday at 11 a.m. for lunch, Wednesday for wing night, Friday and Saturday for prime rib night, plus other weekend specials. Call Sally Purcell's Country Inn at 570-384-3478 for reservations or takeout.
Russo did a nice job making that punt. When he got it away, it hit about the 18 or 20-yard line, maybe a little bit inside that, but rolled.
I'd love to get a roll with that with one of my irons.
I can't do it.
1st and 10 Scranton. They're going to hand it off. Cougars read it well. They push him back. This won't be a safety. They'll give him forward progress. Looks like they're saying it about the 3. But a host of red jerseys converged on the ball carrier to force that loss.
I talked to Coach Brennan earlier. We talked as we started to see that S.J. Kowalski replay. But one of the things he said is kids are never quit. They go after the ball carrier on defense. That time you saw it, about 4 or 5 red jerseys right there.
It was Hunsinger that led the charge for the defense. White takes the low snap, and he's looking to roll left. And he gets to the corner, still on his feet. And White does a great job of getting them out of the hole and picks up a Harry's. You pull it 1st down.
Tylil White, good athlete, good speed, has great eye movement to see it up the field, find that opening, and you're going to see it right here. He's able to get outside, number 1. Number 2 picks up the 1st down.
Gain of 17 on the play out to the 20. 2.5 minutes remaining in the opening quarter on the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership scoreboard. Scranton up 7-0. Low snap. And getting the carry this time was Ricky Walker for a gain of about 3.
Inside handoff to Walker, going to the right side again. Looked like he could have turned it up the field a little quicker, Marty. Took it flat to the sideline and picked up, as you mentioned. Looks like we'll give him about 4 on that carry.
Fast moving opening quarter, approaching 1:40 remaining. And Scranton with a 2nd down, about 6. Play clock has reached 0. Did they get the timeout first? Let's see. It is a timeout, Scranton. They lead 7-0.
Hey guys, this is Ray Merrill from Blaze Alexander Hey guys, it's Ray Merrill from Blaze Alexander, Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. It's Jeep Adventure Days and Ram Power Days. Save over 10 grand on the 2019 Dodge Ram Classic Quad Cab. On the 2019 Compass Latitude, save over $8,000. You love that Grand Cherokee Limited, save yourself over $7,000. You get a Dodge, you get a Jeep, and you get a Ram. So come on down to Blaze Alexander, Greater Hazleton, and see why we ride the lowest price guaranteed.
You've seen university advertising. A student like me pitching you the same old ideas. But I'm not gonna do that.
Instead, I'm gonna tell you what you can do with a Penn State degree. You can help anyone. Go anywhere. Create! And with 20 campuses to choose from, you'll always feel at home.
Look, Penn State is amazing, but your best years are just beginning. Come find out for yourself.
Head coach Steve Shumbris of Scranton beat the delay of game by taking a timeout. So with 1:30 left in the opening quarter, Scranton leading 7-0. They have a 2nd down and 4 coming up, and White will go under center for this 2nd down play. Play action. White looking left, being pressured, and he is gonna be sacked. I believe Hunsinger will get the official sack, but there was a host of red jerseys that had White surrounded.
If you look at this, Marty, on the S.J. Kowalski replay, great job right there containing him. He had nowhere to go, tried to look down the field to throw it, but as you mentioned, a lot of people there. Max Barrett did an excellent job with the contain.
So call it a loss of 7 on the play, make it 3rd and 13 for the Knights. Under a minute remaining. Play clock down to 10. Down to 5. Down to 2. They just get it off. And White's being pressured again. He's sacked again. Bryce Reed and Max Barrett.
Barrett came from the opposite side. Here you're going to see him. I mean, he's coming hard. Reed contains. Bryce Reed, Max Barrett come up with a big sack, forcing a 4th down. Should be good field position. Game clock at 9 seconds. Think we'll be ending the first.
And as the clock hits 0-0 at Harmon Guy Stadium, the score, Scranton 7, Hazleton area nothing. You're watching live high school football on WILN.
Tri-County has been keeping your office up to speed since 1969. Everything your office needs: office supplies, personal and custom business forms, business cards, office furniture, new and used office equipment, copy, print, and scan solutions with wide format capabilities. Leasing is also available, free off-street parking, and free local delivery. Tri-County Business Machines, 117 East Broad Street in Hazleton, 570-459-0754. Family owned and operated since 1969.
Pull it.
There are lots of things you can pull, but what's the most fun? Pulling parts at Harry's You Pull It, the world's largest auto salvage yard. Pull it. Pull it. Come visit any of their 3 convenient Harry's You Pull It locations: Hazleton, Allentown, Pennsburg, and Pull It.
We welcome you back to Harmon Guy Stadium for the Lehigh Valley Health Network Game of the Week, week number 8, start of the 2nd quarter. Scranton leading 7-0, but they are about to go through the BLB Auto Sales punt from their own end zone. And that is Seamus Hailstone to be kicking away to Fisher and Casadas. They're standing inside the Scranton 40, so Hazleton area should get great field position here. Almost getting a block on the bounce, and Hailstone gets a great roll, as it almost looked like disaster for Scranton, and they will have Hazleton area start from the Scranton 49, but it could have been a whole lot worse for the Knights.
Hazleton had a great rush off the left side of that defense, almost with the block. Hailstone got it away, wasn't fielded. It hit at the 40 and bounced almost to midfield.
Jimmy's Quick Lunch, home of the Jimmy Dog, 123 East Broad Street in Hazleton. Stop and enjoy the best hot dog in Northeast PA. You can't come to Hazleton without stopping at Jimmy's Quick Lunch for the famous Jimmy Dog, now celebrating 80 years at the same location. Jimmy's Quick Lunch in Hazleton. 1st and 10 Cougars from the 49 to toss to Bookman. Bookman's got 5 and he's got more. Bookman inside the 40, finally hauled down at about the 35. Good for another Harry's. You pull it, first down.
Here you see Bookman make that quick move up the field. Had some nice blocking downfield. First down for the Cougars.
Joe, some first quarter scores. Valley View is trailing Dallas 14-0. The Bulldogs of Berwick leading in Mountaintop 7-0 over Crestwood. Here's Scranton leading 7-0 with the Cougars having a 1st and 10 at the Scranton 35. Bookman straight up the middle. Hailstone was among those that got a hold of him. Bookman picked up 3 on the play. Damiano Funeral Home, located in McAdoo, providing traditional and pre-arrangement services and cremations, which are performed at their on-site facility. For professional and courteous service, call Damiano Funeral Home, 570-929-2820.
We talked about the Cougars being young. Bookman, a freshman, showing very good speed, showing also a propensity to find something at the line of scrimmage to get it up the field.
Warner, quick drop, gets it to Fisher. He's inside the 25 and he's brought down at about the 22. Good for another Harry's, you pull it. Cougar first down.
Nice throw by Warner. S.J. Kowalski replay. Warner makes the throw. Fisher with a good catch. Picks up the first down.
Coming up at halftime, it'll be the All-American Jeep halftime show. It'll be a special show featuring the Hazleton area homecoming ceremonies, along with first half stats and highlights. All coming up. It's the All-American Jeep halftime show.
After that sack by Mitchell, Coach Brennan going to the short 3-step drop passing game.
Ball marked at the night, 21, 1st and 10. 2 receivers to the top of your screen. It's Fisher and Casadas. They're going to run it to the right. Bookman into open field, and he's going to be brought down after he gains about 10. Should be enough for another. Harry's, you pull it. Cougar first down.
Marty, I tell you what, Bookman with a slew of carries here in the first half, moving the ball very well. That Hazleton area offense trying to answer to cut the 7-point deficit.
4 carries, 56 yards to this point for Bookman, a 14-yard average. He'll get his 5th carry here as they're in the Grand Central red zone. He bounces off 1 tackler, and he is going to be brought down inside the 5 to about the 3. Give him 8 on the carry.
They moved Molesky and the lineman over, took the toss to that side. Bookman is hit at the line of scrimmage. Excellent job on a spin move. Moves it down to the 3-yard line. Marty, first quarter, Hazleton area rushing 25 yards, passing nothing, 25 total. Scranton 32 yards rushing, no yards passing, 32 yards total. Scranton has run 15 plays to Hazleton's 5, but that is changing here in the second quarter as we have a 2nd and short.
2nd and 2, and we may have had an offsides. Warner got hit late. I think that defender was offsides as he came through the hole. They're going to say illegal procedure against the offense.
And I don't know if somebody moved up front very quickly, didn't see it. But the defensive lineman for Scranton up the field right now. Now there's going to be a discussion.
I truly wonder if this is going to be changed.
That's dead ball. Encroachment on the defense.
I thought that defender got through first, and So half the distance, I still think, leaves the Cougars shy of the first down. Second and a short one. The Cougars can get a first down without scoring.
I thought on the call, referee Chuck Suppan had motion or movement, and the head linesman had offside and was going to negate, but that did not happen.
Warner will go under center. It's a toss to Bookman. Trying to get to the outside, and he is going to be hauled down for a loss. Noah Leedy came through and busted up the play.
I'll tell you what, Noah Leedy did a great job. He not only contained Bookman, but he also made the tackle, forcing a third down and about 7 or 8 for the first down, Marty.
As we mentioned, the Cougars can get to the 1 and get a first down without scoring. So as Joe mentioned, 3rd and 7 from the 8. Johnson replaces Bookman in the backfield. Play action. Warner being pressured. Looking back for Johnson. Whistle hasn't blown. Now it will. Not sure if that was going to be considered a lateral or not. They call it incomplete as the Scranton defender blew up that screen play.
Scranton had one defensive man right there. Excellent job defensively. You're going to look at it after the fake. Warner tries to throw it back.
That was Ronnie Overton that busted up that screenplay. Heads up there by Overton.
Defensive end of that side did an excellent job.
Russo on for a Sacco chiropractic field goal from 25 yards out. The hold is down. The kick is up, and it is good. 7:09 left in the opening half. Cougars on the board. They trail 7-3.
Barber Ford has the largest selection of Ford commercial vehicles in Northeast PA with over 50 Super Duties in stock. Plus, Barber Ford is the only Ford commercial vehicle center in the area participating with the state's cooperative purchasing program, CoStars. Barber Ford, where the pros go for trucks.
John's Family Restaurant in the Churchill Mall. Enjoy a full menu with all homemade food. From breakfast, soups, sandwiches, entrees, and desserts. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner specials. The food is great, the price is right. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Sunday, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Your exciting new TV experience is here. Smarter, faster, easier to use. With live TV, recordings, video on demand, and streaming apps, all in a single place. When you're looking for something new, recommendations are tailored to you. Voice-powered, personalized results to find what you want faster. And the unlimited potential of smart home. The new experience from TiVo is here.
We welcome you back to Harmon Guy Stadium for the Lehigh Valley Health Network Game of the Week. Hazleton area off the short field, get on the board, trail 7-3. Russo on for the Barbush Automotive kickoff. Line drive kick. It's going to be picked up and dived on by Walker as he lost control of it and did the smart thing and just dove on it on the 25. That's where the Knights will start, 1st and 10.
Marty, Hazleton area. The Cougars, Russo 25-yard field goal, 7 plays, 41 yards. Took 4 minutes and 39 seconds. Bookman, 5 rushes, 29 yards. So the freshman making an impression here in the first half against Scranton.
Second quarter scoring update from Mountaintop. The Comets of Crestwood have tied it at 7 with Berwick. Here, the Knights lead Hazleton area 7-3, trying to spoil Hazleton area's homecoming weekend for 2019. White, he's looking for everything downfield for Thorpe Adams, and knocked away incomplete, but a flag down. They may get Shimani for pass interference.
I could have had both of them for pass interference, to be honest with you. As the ball went up in the air, White gets it sky high. Here you see Shimani with his back turned, which is basically why he's going to get called. The ball hit him in the helmet. They call that defensive pass interference.
Nose of the football touching the 40. Good by penalty for a Harry's You Pull It first down for Scranton. Exactly 7 minutes left in the opening half. They lead 7-3 on the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership scoreboard. It's going to be a toss to Thorpe Adams. He tries to cut it back, and the Cougars swarm upon him and bring him down.
Great job by that Hazleton area defense getting to the football. Tried to run the toss, right side, lead blocker. Right here you're going to see Bryce Reed with a great job of keeping it inside, and then several Hazleton defenders right there.
Second down and 11 from the 39. White throws behind his receiver, incomplete. Shamani on the coverage.
I think White was expecting a stop route. The receiver, Overton, tried to take it up the field. White made the quick throw, no receiver there, incomplete.
So third down and 11. 6:07 left in the half. Coming up at the half, the Hazleton area homecoming festivities, part of the All-American Jeep halftime show. White out of the gun, play clock down to 5. White rolling right. Hit from behind by Barrett. Short pass, and I believe it is intercepted by Bookman.
I'll tell you what, Marty, anytime the ball's that high in the air, it gives both the defender and the receiver time to get there. There you see the throw, very high throw. Bookman time to get over to make the interception. First down for the Cougars.
You saw the pressure coming from the back from Barrett. He looked like he also had pressure in his face. That may have been Reed. But the Hazleton area pressure forces the interception. They get it back with 5:58 left in the half, trailing 7-3 with a 1st and 10 from their 35.
Scranton's going to have to figure out something to slow Barrett down, which would be a backside screen.
Warner rolls right, gets it complete to Fisher. Fisher's got a first down and more. And he is going to be brought down after a gain of 14. And a Harry's You Pull It first down, making the tackle Matt Williams.
Warner does a great job throwing on the run here. Fisher with a nice catch, picks up about 7-8 yards after the catch and the first down.
You see, I'm sorry, Joe. I just wanted to point out on the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership scoreboard, Cougars 3 timeouts, Scranton with 2.
And we have 5:33, which is plenty of time for the Cougars.
1st and 10 from the Scranton 49. Warner out of the gun, going to give it to Bookman on a draw. Bookman broke one tackle, and he is hauled down in Scranton territory by Kareem Green. Not before he picked up 5 to the 46.
Green does a nice job coming from the right side back to the left, making that tackle after about 5 yards for Bookman.
Hard to break a tackle from him, Joe. That senior 6'1", 312.
I'll tell you what, for a freshman, though, Bookman, they have him listed at 5'11", about 170. Don't know if he's that heavy.
Warner rolls left, throws and overthrew Fisher, incomplete. On the coverage was Donato Stepney.
I'll tell you what, Steppy did a nice job there. He sat on Fisher. Warner tried to run the same play that he ran earlier, sprinting to his right and hitting Fisher, this time going left Pastepi played that very tight on the receiver.
So leaves the Cougars with a 3rd and 5. 4:39 left in the half, down 7-3. Warner out of the gun. Looking left, quick throw, batted down, incomplete.
Kareem Green again, I believe. Up high at the line of scrimmage, S.J. Kowalski replay. There you see it, and there you see Green. Warner throwing that ball really ill-advised. A lot of people standing around the potential receiver.
Green looked like a center on the basketball court, just batting it down, saying not this time. So Russo's on for a BLB auto sales punt. And he's looking to run with it. And then he decides to kick it late as it goes out of bounds. And they keep walking, and they'll say it's at the 30. So Scranton will get it there with 4:27 left in the half, leading 7-3, and they have 2 timeouts remaining.
Tell you what, Marty, heads up play by that Scranton defense. Russo running to his right, which he usually does when he punts, but that time thought about taking it up the field, was able to get away when the Scranton defense reacted very quickly.
And it's clearly obvious that the Cougar coaching staff has given him the option, if he sees a lane to take it, to go ahead. Saw that lane go away quickly and punted it away as Walker goes on the end around, and he gets knocked out of bounds very close to the first down. Leave Casadas on the play.
Here you see Walker. Good speed. Had to run flat for almost the entire field, then turned it up, picked up about 8 yards on that play. Normally, when you run flat that long, Marty, the defense is able to get you or get there, but that shows you how quick Walker is.
Thorpe Adams comes in motion. They fake it to him, and White keeps it. White lost his helmet. A late flag is down as well. Wonder if that was pulled off via a face mask, and that might be the call we get.
I'm thinking that was the call.
We'll have another official conference with Chuck Suppan. And it will be a face mask on the defense. That, after the run and face mask, a Harry's you pull it first down for White. We'll put it into Cougar territory with 4:11 left in the half, and Scranton looking to build on a 7-3 lead.
That was a good play to run off their previous play. They ran the previous play to Walker. He picked up good, decent yardage on the outside run. This play, White made the fake and then took it straight up the field, because then the defense stretches. Good ball handling by White.
Ball goes all the way down to the Hazleton area, 40, 1st and 10. Be a handoff to Thompson up the middle, and Thompson will get about 4 to the 36. In a fast-moving opening half, clock approaching 3.5 minutes remaining on the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership scoreboard. Scranton with 2 timeouts left have a 2nd down and 6.
Scranton has an interesting offense. They have some speed to the corner. They also can run the ball right at you. They'll come out in an I formation occasionally. Normally a spread team.
Play clock to 5. Down to 2. They get it off, and White looks to keep it himself, trying to bounce to the outside. Bryce Reed got a hold of him and held him maybe for a gain of 1.
Looks like a little mishandling with the snap. White looked like he went down and tried to get it off the ground or very low, close to the ground. Slowed him up for a second. Bryce Reed come in with the tackle.
So leaves the Knights 3rd and 5 from the Cougar 35. Clock continues to tick down here. Play clock to 5. White throws, complete. That's Walker. Walker is spun out of bounds inside the 25. Good for a Harry's, you pull it. First down.
You know what, Marty? The defensive backs have to know where the first down marker is. There's nobody within 5 yards of him when he catches that ball. Need to know where the marker is. You need to know maybe a little tighter defensively there.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the Cougar 22, 2:12 left in the opening half. 7-3 Scranton on the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership scoreboard. White being pressured. He's looking to run. He's going to take off and heads out of bounds. Late flag is thrown inside the 15.
White comes up clapping, which leads me to believe it's a late hit. Out of bounds. We're going to see a penalty against the Cougars.
And they're waving off the flag after the conference. They decided it was not, we're guessing a late hit is what they were going to call, that it was not the case. So White gets to the 13. Knights go into the Grand Central red zone with a 2nd and 1. White alone in the backfield. He's going to try to get to the outside. Spins, hit. Depends on forward progress. Looks like he'll have enough. For a Harry's, you pull it. First down and a new set of downs for the Knights.
Here you see White, 2 blockers in front. That time Hazleton area getting there quickly, but not before White picks up the first down. Just outside the 10-yard line, Marty, so they're going to be able to pick up a first without scoring. 1:35, 2 timeouts left for Scranton.
Ball marked at the Cougar 12. As Joe mentioned, they can get a first down without scoring. White will go under center. Handoff up the middle was to Thompson. He got hit hard and pushed back after a gain of about 3.
Bugda leading the charge inside for Hazleton area. Thompson is their back that can bang it up in there. But Bugda, a junior, did a nice job with initial contact.
Scranton let a lot of time go off this clock. Still running at 40 seconds and counting. 2nd down and 7. White out of the gun. And it looks like the Cougars were coming with pressure and were a little over anxious. I believe this penalty will be against the defense.
Dead ball, encroachment, defense.
So they move it 5 yards to the 4. So make it 2nd and 2. 32.1 seconds remaining in the half. Clock winds. No, let's wait.
Coach Brennan frustrated. Watch the football. That's what he's telling his defense. The ball's not snapped.
Chuck Suppan talking with the Scranton sideline. So that now I guess they're gonna have to. I'm not sure what's going on. I believe they're gonna have to reset the clock.
I think you're right, Marty.
It was at 32.1. Hazleton area takes a timeout. They trail 7-3. We'll keep it here with, we think, 30.4 seconds. I don't know if they're going to put time back on the clock or not. Scranton will have a 2nd and 2 coming up from the Cougar 4, leading 7-3. And this sequence coming up, Joe, in the next 30 seconds is huge for this ball game. If Hazleton area can hold, they get the ball to start the second half. If Scranton can score, especially a touchdown, that puts them up double digits.
Official coming over talking to the Hazleton coaches. Now, I'm not sure if they want time on the clock or they were just telling them how many timeouts they had left.
While they sort everything out and go through the timeout, I want to remind you, coming up in the next 30 seconds of game action, we'll have the All-American Jeep halftime show, which will include first half stats and highlights, and the Hazleton Area High School 2019 homecoming ceremony. So that's all coming up in the next 30 seconds of game action, the All-American Jeep halftime show.
Yeah, the officials looking at the clock.
And one of the assistants that are our neighbor to our right is going to go over and tell them to reset the clock. I think it should be 32.1. They make it 32.6. So it's 2nd and 2 from the 4. White out of the gun. You get a close-up shot of him there. He's going to roll left. Being pressured. Bookman got him and dropped him for a big loss.
Speed against speed. That'll do it, Marty. Bookman tracking White and bringing him down for a big loss. White taking it. Bookman right there is able to get up the field very quickly and make that tackle.
As I guess, we're keeping it here after the Scranton timeout with 25.1 seconds left in the half. The Knights will be left with one timeout, leading 7-3. Officially, it'll be a 3rd down and 10 from the 12, but what a great play by the freshman Bookman to come up. They had the power set to the left. White followed them, and Bookman broke through and made the play.
Power set was the power backs were in front of Bookman. He's quick enough to get up the field.
Some second quarter scores. Joe Wallen-Paupack leading Wilkes-Barre area 17-14. Berwick leading Crestwood 21-7. Here we've got 25.1 seconds remaining in the half. Scranton up 7-3. They have a 3rd and 10 from the Cougar 12. They have one timeout remaining. So it might be one of those, Joe, even if they pick up the first down, how much time would they really have to this point?
They have the timeout left.
White throws incomplete again. It looked like miscommunication between White and the receiver.
Receiver was almost in the end zone. White threw it at about 5 yards, so he's looking for that stop pattern. Receiver took the route up the field, incomplete pass.
Looks like the Knights are going to come out and attempt a Sacco chiropractic field goal. Jeremiah Ortiz will try it from 29 yards out. The hold is down. The kick is up, and it is no good.
No good.
So a big defensive stand by Hazleton area. 17 seconds remain in the half, and the score remains 7-3.
I'll tell you what, it's a great job by the Cougar defense. Excellent job, and Bookman made a huge play on that Scranton drive. And now I'm not going to get real inventive if I'm Coach Brennan. I don't want to do something that's going to cause a reversal here with 17 seconds left in the first half.
Especially with the momentum from that defensive stand, you're going to get the ball to start the second half. I agree with you. I think it's going to be real simple here. Before we go to the All-American Jeep halftime report, I'm sure Mike Sosar will try to get Coach Brennan's thoughts heading into the locker room as Warner will take a knee. Doesn't look like either team will take a timeout. Coach Brennan applauds his team as they head to the locker room. A couple of players will be part of the homecoming court. Waiting for our cameraman to get set up. Looks like, not sure where our cameraman's going. As Mike has Coach Brennan. Looks like they're set up. Let's head down to the field. Mike Sosar.
Coach Amelfi mentioned midway through the first quarter about him in a conversation you and he had pregame about the fight in this team. Big defensive stand there. Matthew Bookman sparked the offense once it got going there in the second half. What do you tell your team here at the break?
Hey, we're in a one-score game. It's 7-3. We get the ball. Our kickoff return team and offense is on the field. Our kids have battled and played hard. We've had some things. We've taken advantage of some things. Other things we haven't yet. Defensively, our kids are battling and fighting, and that's a very explosive offensive football team that scores a lot of points. We're right here, and it's going to be a 24-minute football game in the second half.
Coach, best of luck in the second half. Thanks so much. Back upstairs, guys.
Thanks a lot, Mike. Appreciate that. And Coach Brennan very hopeful that his Cougars come up with a big second half to cap off homecoming weekend with a win. Coming up next, the All-American Jeep halftime show featuring the Hazleton area homecoming court introductions. That's coming up next. Hazleton area down 7-3.
Hungry? Stop into Krugel's Georgetown Deli right next to the Big Cow, 720 Wilkes-Barre Township Boulevard in Wilkes-Barre Township. You may know them for their great deli sandwiches and hoagies, but how about something from their new menu, like G-Town Scallops, Cheesy Crab Pretzel, Smoked Brisket, smoked wings with your choice of sauce, and more. And while you're there, don't forget to play Keno or other Pennsylvania lottery games. Stop into Krugel's Georgetown Deli right next to the Big Cow, 720 Wilkes-Barre Township Boulevard in Wilkes-Barre Township.
Talk to State Farm agent Pete Kazalika today.
Stop in at Two Italian Guys Pizzeria for the best pizza in town. Serving a large variety of pizza, stromboli, and so much more. Open till 3 a.m. Take out or eat in. Delivery available. Call 570-459-2783.
Chris and Ashley are working on a new Pocono Mountains magazine.
I hear they have a lot of stuff to pull together.
We need a magazine.
Like a map?
Exactly.
Somewhere that shows all the great restaurants, date nights, girls' weekends, skiing, water parks, and maybe spas?
Exactly.
I have no idea where that could be.
Why not get your own copy of Pocono Mountains magazine at PoconoMountains.com.
We welcome you to the All-American Jeep halftime show from Harmon Geist Stadium. At the half, Hazleton area trails Scranton 7-3 off a strong defensive stand to end the half. The Cougars stay within 4. It is homecoming weekend 2019 at Hazleton Area High School. And to get the introduction of the homecoming courts, we head to the voice of Harmon Geist Stadium, PA announcer Mark Otterbein.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, as the culmination of our annual homecoming festivities, we will crown our homecoming king and queen. We are proud to announce the following members of the class of the 2020 homecoming court as elected by their peers. Jasmine Byler is escorted by Owen Haslam. Jasmine is the daughter of James and Kiang Byler. She is the treasurer of the class of 2020 and a member of the International Heritage Youth Club, Science Club, History Club, Student Council, the National Honor Society, and the Gifted Program. Jasmine is also a member of the soccer and track and field teams. She would like to attend the University of the Sciences to pursue a career in physical therapy. Owen is the son of Neil Haslam and Kimberly Martini Barron, and stepson of Tony Barron. Owen is a member of the National Honor Society, the Gifted Program, the Class of 2020 Executive Council, Science Club, History Club, International Heritage Youth Club, and a member of the soccer team. Owen hopes to attend the University of Pennsylvania to pursue a career as an orthopedic. Alyssa Belushko is escorted by Ethan Mariano. Alyssa is the daughter of Mickey Valenia and Joe Belushko. She is a member of the varsity cheerleading squad and the Cougar Chorus. Alyssa will attend either Luzerne County Community College or the Pennsylvania College of Technology to pursue a career in dental hygiene. Ethan is the son of Rocco and Nanette Mariano. He is a member of the National Honor Society, the Class of 2020 Executive Council, Student Council, FBLA, the Gifted Program, School Newspaper, History Club, Marching Band, and is a chorus accompanist. Ethan plans to attend Georgetown University and double major in political science and education with a focus on history, with aspirations to be a political analyst. Maria Corelli is escorted by Ryan Fisher. Maria is the daughter of Mike and Jackie Corelli. Maria is a member of the National Honor Society, the Class of 2020 Executive Council, Friends of Rachel, Book Club, Athena Club, and Spirit Club. She hopes to attend Penn State University to pursue a career as a physician assistant. Ryan is the son of Gary and Lisa Fisher. He is a member of the Class of 2020 Executive Council, History Club, a writing lab assistant, the Book Club, and the basketball team. Ryan will attend either Temple University or Penn State University to study political science in preparation for law school. Erica De La Rosa is escorted by Daniel Vasquez. Erica is the daughter of Gertrudis and Vicente De La Rosa. She is a member of the SAD and the International Heritage Youth Club and played on the volleyball and tennis teams. Erica would like to attend Penn State Hazleton and then Bloomsburg University to pursue a career as a nurse practitioner. Danny is the son of Erica Santana and Danny Vasquez. He is a member of the International Heritage Youth Club, Spirit Club, and FBLA. Daniel hopes to attend Marywood University to pursue a degree in architecture. Eliana Lopez is escorted by Christian Keenan. Eliana is the daughter of Duby Perez. She is a member of the National Honor Society, History Club, and the International Heritage Youth Club. Eliana plans to attend Bloomsburg University to pursue her dream of becoming a veterinarian. Christian is the son of Todd Keenan. He is a member of the varsity boys swimming team and the drama studio of the Arts and Humanities Academy. Christian would like to attend Temple University to major in public relations to then start a career as a publicist. Marina O'Hara is escorted by Scott Campbell. Marina is the daughter of Gerald and Loretta O'Hara. Marina is a member of Student Council, Friends of Rachel Club, Spirit Club, History Club, and the National Honor Society. She is also a member of the swimming, water polo, and track and field teams. Marina plans to attend the University of Pittsburgh to pursue a career in business. Scott is the son of Scott and Leanne Campbell. He is a member of the National Honor Society, Spanish National Honor Society, FBLA, Spirit Club, Class of 2020 Executive Council, and CETA. Scott is a letter winner in basketball and track and field and was a PIAA state medalist in the javelin. He plans to continue his academic and athletic career at either Penn State University or Duke University to study biomedical or electrical engineering. Madison Plesh is escorted by Matthew Fisher. Madison is the daughter of Lawrence and Jean Plesh. She is a member of Student Council, the National Honor Society, FBLA, and the volleyball and basketball teams. Madison plans to attend Penn State University to major in architectural engineering. Matthew is the son of Gary and Lisa Fisher. He is a member of the Student Council, the National Honor Society, Spirit Club, and the football team. Matthew would like to attend the Schreier's Honors College at Penn State University to major in chemical engineering. Michelle Ramirez is escorted by Bryce Reed. Michelle is the daughter of Dennis Cruz. She is a member of the National Honor Society and the History Club. Michelle hopes to attend Bloomsburg University to major in criminal justice. Bryce is the son of Rebecca and Eric Reed. He is a member of the Class of 2020 Executive Council, the National Honor Society, and the football team. Bryce hopes to attend Penn State University to major in business and finance. Destiny Rosario is escorted by Ricky Blaze. Destiny is the daughter of Anna Dermosen. She is a member of the marching band, the Spirit Club, and the cross-country team. Destiny would like to attend either Penn State University or the University of Pittsburgh to major in business for either entrepreneurship or finance, with future aspirations of opening her own acting school and talent agency. Ricky is the son of Fred and Janine Blaze. He is a member of the Class of 2020 Executive Council, Spanish National Honor Society, Science Club, FBLA, HOSA, PJAS, Reach High, Junior Leadership, the Scholastic Scrimmage Team, the varsity soccer team, and is an Eagle Scout. Ricky would like to attend Columbia University to major in economics. Natalie Tahansky is escorted by Jake Marnell. Natalie is the daughter of Richard and Ann Tahansky. Natalie is president of Student Council, vice president of FBLA, and a member of the National Honor Society, the Class of 2020 Executive Council, and the golf team. Natalie plans to attend the University of Michigan or the University of Virginia to study biomedical engineering with a pre-med track. Jake is the son of Matthew and Tricia Marnell. He is a member of the varsity wrestling team and the National Honor Society. Jake plans to attend college, but is undecided at this time on his major. Lisbeth Trinidad is escorted by Jonah Heiser. Lisbeth Alicia Trinidad is the daughter of Edie and Ogalicia Trinidad. She is a member of the Key Club, the History Club, the National French Honor Society, and the track and field team. Lisbeth would like to attend Penn State University to major in French and Francophone studies with the hopes of obtaining a master's degree in teaching French. Jonah is the son of Mark Heiser and the late Lori Heiser. He is a member of the National Honor Society, Spanish National Honor Society, the varsity track and field team, and is active in CrossFit and weightlifting. Jonah plans on pursuing a degree in the engineering or medical field at a school yet to be determined. Amberly Ventura is escorted by Zeke Malott. Amberly is the daughter of Annie Diaza and Ramon Rodriguez. She is a member of the class of 2020 Executive Council, Student Council, FBLA, HOSA, Pennsylvania Junior Academy of Science, Students for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, Mock Trial, and the Spanish National Honor Society. She is also a two-time letter winner in cheerleading. Amberly plans to study healthcare administration with hopes of pursuing medical law at UCLA. Zeke Malott is the son of Fran and Johanna Malott. He is a member of the National Honor Society, the Science Club, Pennsylvania Junior Academy of Science, and the varsity golf and baseball teams. Zeke plans to attend Penn State University to major in computer engineering. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here to crown our winning couple are the class of 2020 faculty honorees, Ms. Jordan Drake, Mrs. Alyssa Geiger, and Mr. Jan Jerka. Here now is our winning royalty. First, our homecoming king is Danielle Vasquez. And our homecoming queen is Erica De La Rosa. Congratulations to all these fine young men and women representing our student body tonight. Mr. Patron and the Student Council advisors, Mrs. Bannon and Mr. Turi, would like to thank everyone who helped to make the homecoming parade, bonfire, and crowning ceremony possible. And thank you to everyone who attended these events and supported our students.
Congratulations to the 2019 Hazleton Area Homecoming Court. We're going to take a break. Coming up next, first half stats and highlights. This is the All-American Jeep halftime show.
For 4 generations, All-American Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram has been treating their customers like family. Stop in to get the lowest financing options and best service around. Whether you're in need of a Ram pickup or have an active family lifestyle or simply want to show off your fun, adventurous side, All-American Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram of Tamaqua has a wide variety of inventory to choose from. Stop in for Ram Power Days.
Bonanza Steakhouse, 574 Susquehanna Boulevard in Hazel Township, has an unbeatable buffet filled with something for everyone. Our menu includes the finest flame-grilled steaks, barbecue ribs, chicken, seafood, or sandwiches. You can add the buffet to any entree for a little more. Bonanza features daily specials. Join us Saturday and Sunday for our breakfast buffet that includes our famous omelet and egg station. 8 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Hey guys, Ray Merrill here, Blaze Alexander, Greater Hazleton. The only place in Pennsylvania where it's fall. Come on down to Blaze Alexander to Greater Hazleton and see why we got to make all these cars go away. 2019 Buick Enclave Essence, all-wheel drive, now $37,988. 2019 Buick Encore, now $19,888. 2019 Buick Regal Torex Essence, all-wheel drive, now $28,988. So head on down to Blaze Alexander to Greater Hazleton. This one's got to go, this one's got to go, this one's got to go. You're going to come here and see why we take the deals the other guys won't.
Third Base Luncheonette, still making memories after all these years.
Experience the beauty of the Valley Country Club and let them sponsor you for your next event. Toss the flowers and dance the night away with their course as your backdrop. Let Valley Country Club host your next special occasion, whether it's a bridal or baby shower, anniversary, celebration of life, pool party, charity fundraiser, business meeting, golf outing, corporate, private, or social event.
Welcome back to the All-American Jeep halftime show. The score at the half, Scranton leading Hazleton area 7-3. We'll have to quickly get a look at tonight's first half stats compiled by our very own Jim Burns.
Marty, we're looking at the Scranton Knights, 7 first downs, 56 yards rushing, 13 passing, 69 total yards, 1 turnover, 3 penalties. Hazleton area, the Cougars with 5 first downs, 58 yards rushing, 30 passing, 88 total yards, 1 turnover, 6 penalties. Close ball game. Statistic, neither team offensively lighting it up. Both defenses doing a nice job. Plus, a mistake here or there have kept the offensive totals down.
That has been the halftime stats compiled by our very own Jim Burns. This has been the All-American Jeep halftime show. Third quarter action coming up next as Scranton leads Hazleton area 7-3.
Don't make the big box mistake. Shop local and save at Grand Central in Hazleton. Get better prices than the big box store on our huge selection of furniture, mattresses, appliances, and electronics at Grand Central in Hazleton and at the Laurel Mall.
The Falvello Law Firm, located at 641 Route 93 in Sugarloaf, offers help with car and truck accidents, wills, powers of attorney, and estates. With a small team of attorneys, they work directly with each and every client, serving all of northeastern Pennsylvania. They are proud to offer legal services that make a real difference to you. Call them at 570-788-4191.
You've seen university advertising. A student like me pitching you the same old ideas. But I'm not gonna do that.
Instead, I'm gonna tell you what you can do with a Penn State degree. You can help anyone. Go anywhere. Create! And with 20 campuses to choose from, you'll always feel at home.
Look, Penn State is amazing, but your best years are just beginning. Come find out for yourself.
Tri-County has been keeping your office up to speed since 1969. Everything your office needs: office supplies, personal and custom business forms, business cards, office furniture, new and used office equipment, copy, print, and scan solutions with wide format capabilities. Leasing is also available, free off-street parking, and free local delivery. Tri-County Business Machines, 117 East Broad Street in Hazleton, 570-459-0754. Family owned and operated since 1969.
Your exciting new TV experience is here. Smarter, faster, easier to use. With live TV, recordings, video on demand, and streaming apps, all in a single place. When you're looking for something new, recommendations are tailored to you. Voice-powered, personalized results to find what you want faster. And the unlimited potential of smart home. The new experience from TiVo is here.
Don't make the big box mistake. Shop local and save at Grand Central in Hazleton. Get better prices than the big box store on our huge selection of furniture, mattresses, appliances, and electronics at Grand Central in Hazleton and at the Laurel Mall.
We welcome you back to the Lehigh Valley Health Network Game of the Week, week number 8, getting set for third quarter action. Scranton leading Hazleton area 7-3. Some quick individual stats. Talil White for Scranton, 12 carries, 28 yards, and a touchdown. Charlie Thompson, 4 carries, 17 yards. White was 1 of 5 passing, 13 yards and an interception. That pass was completed to Ricky Walker. Matt Bookman for Hazleton area, 7 carries, 63 yards. Warner passing, 2 of 4 for 30 yards, and Matt Fisher caught both of those. Scranton ran 27 plays to 16. They had a 13:54 time of possession advantage to 10:06 for the Cougars. Scranton 2 of 6 on third downs. Hazleton area 0 for 3. It was a big defensive stand at the end of that opening half that kept the game 7-3 for Hazleton area. They're going to get the ball to start, as Coach Brennan mentioned to Mike Sosar before halftime. Scranton is on for the Barbush Automotive kickoff. Looks like Nick Draus to kick it away. And it's going to be taken by Johnson at the 21. He's across the 30. Johnson up across the 40 before he is hauled down. Like making the special teams tackle was Jeremiah Ortiz, but not before Johnson got the ball to the 44 for Hazleton area.
Good return because the kick was low, very low trajectory. Thompson was able to grab it. Johnson was able to grab it, take it up the field. The kickoff team could not get down the field quick enough. So good field position for the Cougars.
Warner with a pistol look gives to Johnson. Johnson is going to get about 2. I believe Overton was the one on the tackle, bringing up 2nd and 8 for the Cougars.
Johnson taking it outside, not a lot there. Had to run sideline to sideline too long, couldn't get it up the field. Quicker you can get downhill, the more yardage you will gain. But Scranton defense up front did a nice job at the point of attack. So Johnson tried to bounce it outside.
Hazleton area in the red going from left to right on your screen, hoping to come back and get a victory on homecoming weekend 2019. They're going to run the option, the pitch to Bookman, and he is hit in the open field. And that was Talil White doing it all on both sides of the ball for Scranton.
Great job by White. He gets there very quickly. Upends Bookman, forcing about a 4 or 5 yard loss and a 3rd down for the Cougars.
Looks like we'll have it 3rd and 13. Nose of the ball at the 40. Kellen Warner gets the play from Coach Brennan.
Tried to run that speed option. Warner really didn't have a lot of time. He was forced to pitch early.
4 receivers set. Play clock to 4. Bookman in motion to the bottom of your screen. Warner rolls, looks, throws downfield, and he had Casadas and just threw it behind him, incomplete. It'll bring up 4th down.
Warner did not look like he was sure whether he wanted to run or pass. Finally did throw it down the field, but not enough to reach Casadas.
So that'll bring Luke Russo back on the field for a BLB Auto Sales punt. Ricky Walker back deep for the Knights. Russo gets it off. Here comes Walker at the 29. Walker picks up 10, 11, and he's out of bounds at the 40-yard line. That's where the Knights will take over, leading 7-3, 10:02 left in the 3rd. Jimmy's Quick Lunch, home of the Jimmy Dog, 123 East Broad Street in Hazleton. Stop and enjoy the best hot dog in Northeast PA. You can't come to Hazleton without stopping at Jimmy's Quick Lunch for the famous Jimmy Dog, now celebrating 80 years at the same location. Jimmy's Quick Lunch in Hazleton.
Walker did a nice job fielding that punt, was able to bring it back for about 10 or 12 yards. Scranton starting their offense at their own 40.
After this play, I'll have some halftime score updates for you, Joe. As White is out of the gun, low snap. Barrett comes on the pressure, complete to Walker. Walker gets a first down and more as he's tiptoeing down the sidelines before he goes out of bounds. No rule, he went out at the 44 of Hazleton area. Good for Harry's, you pull it. First down.
Look at the S.J. Kowalski replay. Again, too much room. Need to pressure the the receiver just a little bit. Too easy a throw.
Halftime scores: Joe Dallas leading Valley View 21-0. Berwick leading Crestwood 21-7. Wallen-Paupack leading Wilkes-Barre area 24-21. Wallen-Paupack will be here next Friday night to take on Hazleton area. White trying to get to the outside on the far sideline is brought down after he cuts it back for a gain of about 2.
Mattarella tried to get up the field, but White was able to get outside, but good defensive pursuit limits White to about 4 yards.
Coming up at the end of tonight's game, Joe and I will select an Arc Electric The Wire Guys player of the game. Call it 2nd and 7 from the Cougar 41. Scranton's first offensive possession of the second half, leading 7-3 on the Blaise Alexander third quarter scoreboard. And whistles stopped the play. White faked it to Thorpe Adams and he was going to keep, but it'll be an illegal procedure against the offense, turning 2nd and 7 into 2nd and 12.
Motion penalty on the Knights. Bring it back 5 yards.
I'd like to thank the Third Base Luncheonette for supplying our crew meal this evening, as after so many seasons here on WYLN, Third Base Luncheonette located just off of 9th Street in Hazleton. Many thanks to the Third Base Luncheonette. 2nd and 12, Scranton from the Cougar 46. White by himself in the backfield, got 3 receivers to the top of your screen. White throws and overthrew the intended receiver. That was Thorpe Adams. Hazleton area had a rusher coming through free on White and maybe forced the quick throw.
Adams trying to run a crossing route, which takes a little time to develop. White didn't have the time.
We mentioned Wallen-Paupack will be here next Friday night. We will as well for the Lehigh Valley Health Network Game of the Week. Can you believe it, Joe? Week number 9. Wallen-Paupack, Hazleton area next Friday night. We'll be on the air at 7 o'clock right here on WYLN for the Lehigh Valley Health Network Game of the Week. So 3rd down and 12 for the Knights. White, quick drop pass, caught, shy of the first down, complete to Sam Jones. Picked up about 6, leaving Scranton with a 4th down and about 6. It looks like they're going to send out their punting unit, Seamus Hailstone. Coming out for the BLB Auto Sales punt. Fisher will go back deep.
Defensively have to stay awake here. Ball is on the 40, the Cougars 40. Hailstone with the punt.
Got it away, angling it toward the sideline. Very nicely done, as it'll go out of bounds at the 5, and that's where the Cougars take over for their second possession of the third, trailing 7-0. Stop by Sally Purcell's Country Inn for homestyle cooking at 891 West County Road in Sugarloaf. Open Tuesday to Sunday at 11 a.m. for lunch, Wednesday for wing night, Friday and Saturday night for prime rib night, plus other weekend specials. Call Sally Purcell's Country Inn at 570-384-3478 for reservations or takeout. Here come the Cougars. 1st and 10 from their own 5 as Coach Shumbris decided to play field position. Got a great punt from Hailstone. Play clock down to 3 as the first man through, barreling his way near the 15 was Molesky. Looks like they'll officially give him 8 to the 13.
Good first down play. Gonna move this ball. Here you see the S.J. Kowalski replay. Good ball handling by Warner allows Molesky to surprise the defense, really.
Molesky, 6 foot 215, listed on their roster. Tyleel White was not afraid to take him on. He tripped him up. White only 5'10", 175, took on the much bigger Molesky. Molesky will get it again. Pulling his way across the 15 to the 16. That's good for a Harry's. You pull it. Cougar first down.
One of the things that the Cougars are going to have to do is have patience. They started at their own 5-yard line, 95 yards to the other end zone. Need to move the football, Marty. Doesn't have to be long passes, but they have to handle the ball. They have to take care of the ball, and they need good blocking from that offensive line.
Over 5 minutes gone on the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership scoreboard. Cougars down 4. Quick drop and pass to Casadas. White came up and in the open field, brought him down for a short gain of about a yard. Have an injured Scranton player back down inside the 10.
Tell you what, Marty, watch the S.J. Kowalski replay. Again, get it in space, but White does an excellent job in space making the tackle on Casadas.
And this Scranton team, so much responsibility falls on that senior Tyleel White. And he does a nice job of directing the offense, and we're seeing him here, especially in the third quarter, coming up and making plays defensively.
He's 5'10", list him at 175, but he is very quick. His quickness shows up on both sides of the ball.
So it's 2nd and 9, play action. Warner being pressured, throws downfield, and incomplete. Looking for Fisher. On the coverage was Thorpe Adams.
Thorpe Adams, Jason Thorpe Adams, great defense there. As Warner had time to make the throw, Fisher tried to run a deep route middle, but Jason Thorpe Adams was right there.
Clock is stopped, 5:57 left in the third, as this has been a quick moving ball game here from Harmon Guy Stadium.
Minimum throwing, Marty. Both teams rushing the football, so the clock continues unless stopped by injury or timeout.
Cougars just get it off. The whistle stopped the play. Now a flag was thrown, a substitution penalty against Hazleton area. I missed that one, Joe. I didn't, unless they had too many men on the field, but I didn't see anybody. Well, here comes somebody. They must have had 12 on the field. So that makes it 3rd down and 14. Lost the second off the clock, down to 5:56. Warner being pressured, rolls right, looks, throws across the middle, and it is caught by Bookman.
Matthew Bookman.
It'll depend on the forward progress, very close to a first down. See what Chuck Supon rolls.
I think he had it.
Cougar first down.
It's a Harry's, you pull it, Cougar first down.
Warner did a great job here getting outside the pressure by Liam Hailstone and then making a pretty good throw across his body to Buckman.
And you're seeing flashes tonight, Joe. You know, could you just imagine if Hazleton area had Bookman for the whole season?
I like him. He's done very well tonight. Moved the ball. He's quick.
Give us to Molesky, pulling his way across the 30 to about the 33. Give him a gain of about 6.
He's done well on that quick hitter both times. This time, just out of the shotgun type look, is able to ran the ball between the center guard gap. The offensive line does a nice job with movement.
Casadas goes in motion to the top of your screen. Warner keeps and goes to the near sideline. He's got open field before he is brought down by Seamus Hailstone, but not before he picks up a Harry's you pull it. First down.
I'm telling you, handling the ball can freeze the defense. If we get another chance to look at this, watch this quick fake, and Hailstone comes down inside, and then Warner uses his movement to get the ball up the field and pick up the first down. If the defense can't find the ball, they're going to have a tough time making a tackle.
1st and 10 from the 44. Movement up front. And I believe we're getting an encroachment against the defense to make it 1st and 5 from the 49.
Encroachment on the defense.
Want to remind you, at the end of
penalty.
tonight's game, Joe and I will select an Arc Electric, the Wire Guys, player of the game. But Joe, is this game may go, that honor may go right down to the very end.
Marty, with a 7-3 game, Hazleton area doing a nice job moving the football. We can't make up our mind until, as you said, late in the ball game.
Bookman got grabbed by Jaleel Mitchell and thrown back. Mitchell penetrated for a loss of 2.
We're going to take a look. S.J. Kowalski replay. Mitchell just takes that gap, goes inside, makes a big tackle. We saw Mitchell on a big sack in the first quarter of this ball game also. Coach Brennan sending the play in with Warner.
Under 3.5 minutes remaining in the third on the Blaze Alexander third quarter scoreboard. It's been this way since the first half. 7-3 Scranton. Play action. Looking for Molesky. They got him. Molesky inside the 25 and just gets tripped up at about the 10. Making the touchdown saving tackle was Matt Williams.
I'll tell you, we're going to watch the S.J. Kowalski replay. Good fake inside. Molesky makes a great catch. He is on a tight end or a tight wing, and he gets up the field right now. Warner with a nice throw. Molesky with a great catch.
Pass play gain 43 yards. Joe, Cougars are in the Grand Central red zone. They've got 1st and goal at the 10. Last time in the red zone, the Cougars settled for a field goal in the Grand Central red zone. This time they want to get a touchdown. Warner keeps, rolls. He's going to dump it off to Fisher. As the Knights were not fooled, Seamus Hailstone was right there to force him out of bounds for a gain of about 4 to the 6. 2nd and goal coming up.
Surprised they even got 4 out of that, Marty. They went to the short side of the field. Fisher was squeezed on the sideline. Warner made that throw under pressure.
Clock approaching, 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Cougars down 4 on the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership scoreboard. They've got 2nd and goal from the 6. Bookman is the tailback. Molesky in motion to the bottom of your screen, and movement at the end of the Hazleton area line will march him back 5 to the 11 for 2nd and goal.
Field shrinks, Marty. Now you have about 21 yards depth to work with. 53 yards wide approximately is the football field right now. You have to have a play for that situation. Your ball's on the right hash. If you go right, field is cut down by a third.
Casadas in motion to the bottom of your screen on 2nd and goal. Warner looked left, being chased. Throws to the end zone, incomplete. He was looking for Johnson, and I wonder if they were looking for that screenplay again, and it just got blown up again by the Scranton D.
Yeah, I think one of the things, Overton does a great job here. He looked, I think he wanted to throw a short slant ball to begin with. But Warner's a good enough athlete. Once he got outside, he tried to make a play. Nothing there. So we're looking at 3rd down and 11. 3rd down and goal from the 11.
Play clock to 10 as the Cougars come to the line of scrimmage. Down to 5. It's going to be a toss and a reverse to Casadas. Casadas looking to cut it back. Still on his feet, and he got stood up. Still on his feet as they push. It's ruled a touchdown. A 2 Italian Guys Pizzeria touchdown on the great effort by Matthew Casadas and friends.
I'm going to tell you right now, that is a huge effort from Casadas. On the toss and then the reverse, Casadas. Here you're going to see it. Let's look at this. Slowed down there. But he runs, he's slowed down. He's 3 people. Now you have some help from your friends. The big thing is he kept his feet. The pile was moving.
Russo for the Sacco Chiropractic extra point has it blocked. No good. 1:05 left in the 3rd. For the first time tonight, the Cougars lead it 9-7.
BLB Auto Sales, a division of Barbush Automotive. BLB has deals that can't be beat. They carry trucks, vans, SUVs, sedans, and sports cars, and all at the lowest prices. Barbush Automotive can handle all vehicle repairs since they do it all. Check out their specials: oil change and filter, just $19.95. Alignment, $49.95. Professional and good people. Call 570-454-7571.
Have an electrical problem? Call the Wire Guys. Need lights installed? Call the Wire Guys. Anything and everything electrical, big or small. Our rigorously trained licensed electricians are fully screened, always on time, work neat, clean, and thorough. The Wire Guys. We're here 24/7, 365. All of our work is guaranteed 100%. When you need electrical work, you need Wire Guys.
Maybe the most impressive drive of the season, Joe, for the Hazleton area offense. They go 95 yards, take the lead 9-7. Russo on for a Barbush Automotive kickoff.
Patience and a big pass play from Warner to Mollusky. Did it for the Cougars.
High kick by Russo will be taken at the 16. Cutting it back to the middle and getting across the 30, still on his feet. Brought down at the 36 for a return of about 20 yards.
Marty, Hazleton, Casadas, 11-yard run. Excellent. Kept his feet. Kick was blocked. 12 plays, 95 yards, 6 minutes, 56 seconds. Warner, 3 for 5. The big play to Bookman and Mollusky were big, huge plays in that drive.
And he also had a big scramble himself that picked up a first down. Impressive 95-yard drive for the Cougars, have him in front 9-7. They lead for the first time tonight. White back to pass, under pressure, eludes one, eludes a couple. And he is going to be brought down as he did everything he could. Not sure they'll credit him with a sack. They may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, all on the sheer effort by Talil White.
You're up by 2 if you're the Cougars. Your defense has played well, not only tonight, but over the course of the season. They have become a very good unit. One thing you're looking for here, if they get up, you're looking for that short pass. Can't afford to be off these receivers too far. White has shown he can go to them on the short ball.
Quick pass, read nicely by Mattarella to force the incompletion to Thorpe Adams.
Dante Mattarella. I'll tell you what, excellent job by Mattarella. jumping on that swing pass to the outside. Same thought process here, Marty. Where's the first down marker? It's at the 46-yard line.
And movement up front may shorten this to a 3rd and 5, I believe.
Watch the ball. Very simple defense. Keep your eye on the football.
Oh, we have a substitution penalty against Scranton. Might have been another one of those too many men on the field. We do see a Scranton player heading to the sideline. So it makes it what I thought 3rd and 5. I apologize. 3rd and 15.
Screen. Maybe try to go deep downfield now with White. The thing you have to do is defensively is corral the quarterback first, because he is.
Or even beware maybe Joe of a quarterback draw. 3rd and 15 for the Knights. White by himself in the backfield. He's back to pass. Down the middle. And almost picked off by Fisher. He again was looking for Thorpe Adams. The clock has hit zeros here at Harmon Geist Stadium. The score, Hazleton area 9, Scranton 7. You're watching live high school football on WYLN. 4th quarter action. Up next.
Life is full of partners. Your health deserves a partner too.
The Falvello Law Firm, located at 641 Route 93 in Sugarloaf, offers help with car and truck accidents, wills, powers of attorney, and estates. With a small team of attorneys, they work directly with each and every client, serving all of northeastern Pennsylvania. They are proud to offer legal services that make a real difference to you. Call them at 570-788-4191.
We welcome you back to Harmon Geist Stadium. Start of the 4th quarter. Scranton will have a BLB auto sales punt to start the 4th. Seamus Hailstone, low snap, loses it. Now he's under pressure. And Hazleton area will corral him inside the 25. Hazleton area gets a break on special teams. They'll start at the Scranton 22, leading 9-7.
Marty, that's the 3rd low snap on a punt for Scranton. This one got them in trouble. The Cougars take over at Scranton's 24-yard line. Here you see it again. Snap low, Hailstone just couldn't get a handle on it. And then a great rush. Finally brought down. Marty, 3rd quarter, Hazleton area, 34 yards rushing, 63 passing, 97 total. Scranton, 3 yards rushing, 22 yards passing, 25 total.
Hazleton area 15 plays to 7 and at an 8:54 to 3:06 time of possession advantage. The pitch was to Bookman. He's still on his feet. Bookman inside the 10 for a Harry's. You pull it. Cougar first down.
Another great effort on a run. Crusadus and now Bookman keeping his feet, but we have a hold.
We'll bring it back. A flag on the far sideline. And I'll tell you what, Joe, if the score stays the same or Hazleton area comes away with the victory, that young man may have had the play of the game at the end of the 2nd quarter defensively when he tackled White for that big loss.
Has played extremely well. First game back, as you mentioned, after the injury. Now, if you're Hazleton area, clock moving, so you don't have to be in any hurry. You got your first down over. 11. for the first down.
Straight handoff this time to Bookman, trying to dance his way in the middle, but got tripped up.
Bookman again on the carry.
Maybe a yard to the 20. As the Cougars on this 2nd down and 8 will return to the Grand Central red zone.
I think that was Matt Williams on the tackle, and that was a very good tackle. He had Bookman around the ankles to bring him down. A lot of high tackling tonight, arm tackling, which enabled Crusaders to score.
Play clock down to 5 on 2nd and 8. Warner rolls left, looking to throw to the end zone for Casares. Just out of his hands, incomplete as White. There on the coverage, knocked it away.
I'll tell you what, White made a great play. This was a nice throw by Warner. Going to his left, it's not an easy throw for a right-handed quarterback. Almost, but White made an excellent play on defense. You can see why he's the main cog on this Scranton football team.
So it'll be 3rd and 8 from the 20. Clock stopped, 10:21 left in the ball game. Cougars up 2. They're going to run a draw to Johnson. Johnson is going to be brought down by Green as he picks up 6 to the 14. It'll be 4th and 2.
Good call. Sprint draw to a back who really hasn't touched the ball a lot tonight. Brought down by Karim Green for the Knights.
The Cougars will go for it.
I think that's the call. I mean, Marty, you're looking at, number one, if he can pick up the first down, ball possession, eating the clock, and then, most importantly, a chance to score.
Flags will stop the play. It looks like we're going to have illegal procedure on the offense. That'll turn it into 4th and 7.
Tough call there for the Cougar offense. Not something you want to say. 4th and 2. Easier, obviously, to convert than a 4th and 7.
Tenth Cougar penalty on the night, accumulating 85 yards. As we said, you go from 4th and 2 to 4th and 7. Christian Price, the lone receiver, to the bottom of your screen. 3 receivers set to the top. Hazleton area takes a timeout to talk about it, leading 9-7.
Hey guys, this is Ray Merrill from Blaze Alexander Mazda in Greater Hazleton. You got to get down to our lot. We've got so many cars, we've got to make room for the new ones coming in. Lease this 2019 Mazda CX-5 for $263.45 a month. You get this 2019 Mazda CX-3 for $243 a month, or you get this 2019 Mazda 3 Select for $199 a month. So you get a Mazda, you get a Mazda, you get a Mazda. If you're looking for a great deal, get to BlazeMazdaHazleton.com. So many cars driving by. You got to get down here. It is crazy.
Bonanza Steakhouse, 574 Susquehanna Boulevard in Hazel Township, has an unbeatable buffet filled with something for everyone. Our menu includes the finest flame-grilled steaks, barbecue ribs, chicken, seafood, or sandwiches. You can add the buffet to any entree for a little more. Bonanza features daily specials. Join us Saturday and Sunday for our breakfast buffet that includes our famous omelet and egg station, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m.
After the Cougar timeout, 4th and 7, leading 9-7. Casares goes in motion to the top of your screen. Warner looking for the shovel pass to Molesky. And Molesky lowered his shoulder, but it looks like he was tackled and brought down shy of the first down by about a yard.
Like the call. Corinne Green again in on the tackle for Scranton. Came very close to picking that up, but I like the call. Got motion going one way, coming back.
So after the special teams mistake, the Scranton defense comes up big. Holds the Cougars on downs. 8:59 left in the game. They trail 9-7 on the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership scoreboard. And White will bring the offense out. 1st and 10 from their 14. Thorpe Adams in motion. White is going to be hauled down by Seth Hunsinger.
Again, that snap was a little low and to the right. Caused White. We take the S.J. Kowalski replay.
And you almost wonder, was Thorpe Adams supposed to get that ball?
I'm guessing because he made a swipe at it. So a 2-yard loss in that first down play.
2nd and 12 from the 12. White throws across the middle. It's complete. Loose football. Hazleton area recovers. I believe Molesky forced the fumble. Bugner recovered on the pass to Sam Jones.
It was a good pass. Here you're going to see Jones on that.
Molesky just pulled it out.
Slant pass, and Molesky had his hand on the ball, turned Jones around, the ball popped out.
Now a flag thrown after the play. Unsportsmanlike against Scranton. Right now the ball's sitting at the 18.
Obviously that came from the sideline.
Yes, as you mentioned, Joe, the unsportsmanlike could have been on the Scranton sideline or one of the players, we won't know. So the ball will be marked at the 9. 1st and goal, Cougars. They're in the Grand Central red zone. 8:09 left, leading 9-7.
Coach Sumbrist was out asking the official about the penalty.
Molesky gets the carry. And he'll be brought down to the 5 after a gain of 4, 2nd and goal.
We've seen that a couple times tonight. Molesky on the quick hitter between that guard center gap. At this point, protect the football.
Now whistles to stop the clock. The officials once again will converse. I guess they were looking to change the down marker on the sideline. They had it marked first. It is 2nd and goal from the 5. Clock continues to run. As you mentioned, Joe, Hazleton area's ally. Warner dumps it off and incomplete, just off the hands of Molesky.
Warner's pass intended for Molesky.
Wide open in the
bringing up 3rd
flat.
down.
Molesky was going, and you see him out of the backfield. One thing that hurt him here, he turned his whole body instead of just his head and over his shoulder. Turned his whole body, couldn't quite get everything together to make that catch.
So it becomes 3rd and goal from the 5. Cougars up 2, 7:29 left in the ballgame on the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership scoreboard. Warner out of the gun, Molesky in motion to the top of your screen. Warner rolls that way. Now he's going to dump it into the end zone. That's Molesky! Touchdown, Cougars! A 2 Italian guys! Pizzeria touchdown!
I'll tell you why, you have to give Warner credit there. You talk about a quarterback keeping his head, sprinting right, Molesky and the receivers trying to find the end zone. He tosses it up. That was a great pass. Warner made a huge play there. Molesky made a huge play on the catch. That's the second big play for them tonight. Huge play.
Huge point here. The Sacco Chiropractic extra point. Hazleton area timeout, leading by 8.
He's leading by 8.
Hazleton area calls a timeout. That's their second timeout of the half.
If you kick it, you have a 16-7, which is a 9-point lead.
So Coach Brennan did not like what he saw in the formation. But this is definitely a big extra point. Get it to 9, 2-possession game. Right now you're at 8, 15-7. But you get this 1 point and it all of a sudden becomes a 2-possession game at 9 with 7:23, and you gotta like the way your team has been playing defensively. 2 possession would be tremendous for Hazleton area at this point of the ball game. So he didn't like what he saw, did Coach Brennan, in the formation. Wanted to get a timeout and reset. So Russo's on for the Sacco Chiropractic extra point. The hold is down. The kick is blocked. I believe that was Jaleel Mitchell. What a big play. Keeps it a 1-possession game. 7:23 left. Hazleton area now leads it 15-7.
Sacco Chiropractic, East Broad Street in Hazleton, has the health care you've been waiting for. Whether it's a chronic issue or something new, Sacco Chiropractic has the most up-to-date techniques and therapies to help with any ailment. From his days of playing football with the Cougars and then in college, Dr. Scott Sacco has an elite understanding of sports injuries and how to correct them. Whether you are an athlete, a weekend warrior, or a grandmother, we can help with multiple issues. Call today to see why relief is super, man. 570-497-4150.
Experience the beauty of the Valley Country Club and let them sponsor you for your next event. Toss the flowers and dance the night away with their course as your backdrop. Let Valley Country Club host your next special occasion, whether it's a bridal or baby shower, anniversary, celebration of life, pool party, charity fundraiser, business meeting, golf outing, corporate, private, or social event.
We welcome you back to Harmon Guy Stadium. Hazleton area has increased their lead to 15-7, but the big block on the extra point keeps it a 1-possession game. Russo back on the field for Hazleton area for a Barbush Automotive kickoff.
But that 1 possession is going to have to be a touchdown and a 2-point play, Marty.
Short squibbing kick. Bobbled. Picked up by Thompson, and he's pushed back. They'll give him forward progress to the 32. That's where Scranton will take over. 1st and 10, trailing 15-7. Third quarter score with about 4 minutes left in the third. Wilkes-Barre area has taken a 35-24 lead over Wallenpaupack, who will be here next week to take on the Cougars, those Wallenpaupack Buckhorns.
Marty, Hazleton last touchdown. Molesky, 5-yard pass from Warner. Great pass, great catch. Kick was blocked. 3 plays, 9 yards, 46 seconds.
Bugged on the fumble recovery that set it up. White being pressured, got it off, and almost picked off by Mattarelli. He was looking for Seamus Hailstone as it was tipped. Fisher was also there in the coverage, but Mattarelli almost got his hands on it.
Scranton has 7-11 on the game clock. 3 touchdowns, so they don't have to be impatient. And we talked about Hazleton's drive of 95 yards, patience, and a couple big plays.
2nd and 10 from the 32. White being pressured, throws deep downfield, and it is caught. Thorpe Adams all the way down to the Cougar 31.
Not what you wanted.
To Harry's, you pull it first down. Joe, some fourth quarter updates. Berwick leading Crestwood now 35-7. Dallas leading Valley View 31-7. Setting up a very interesting matchup next week between Berwick and Dallas. Here, Scranton trailing 15-7 of a 1st and 10 at the Cougar 31. White faked the handoff, kept it himself. He's got 10 and more down to the 20. Good for Harry's, you pull it. Scranton first down.
Let's go back to the catch by Thorpe Adams as we see White go back to the left after making the fake to the right. Great throw by White to Thorpe Adams on the catch. Decent coverage.
White throws and incomplete. Looking for Thorpe Adams on the coverage was Casadas.
Casadas with better coverage there. A little tighter that time. They tried to throw that 8-yard, 7-yard stop. Casadas jumped on it. Good coverage. Forcing the second down.
Ball just shy of the Cougar, 22nd and 10. Walker goes to the top of your screen. Hailstone and Thorpe Adams to the bottom. White is going to come right. He's inside the 15. And he is brought down near the 10. It'll depend on the spot as far as a first down.
I think it's going to be third down. They have him just short of the first down marker.
Call it 3rd and 1 from the 11, but the Knights are in the Grand Central red zone.
They've been shown, as you see White there, make a great move from right to left to cut against that defensive grain. Power right side, and they run this quarterback sneak.
And he gets all the way down to about the 6 for a gain of 5. It'll be 1st and goal on a Harry's. You pull it first down.
Scranton, the Knights doing an excellent job of responding to the Hazleton area touchdown.
And again, White goes straight up the middle on a quick snap. Gained about 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd and goal.
You have to be set. As soon as that team comes offensively from the huddle to the line of scrimmage, you need to be ready to go.
They officially mark it at the 3. Do you see the time remaining? Under 5 minutes left. Hazleton area up 8 on the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership scoreboard.
White is senior, Marty, so he has confidence.
Now he's out of the gun by himself on 2nd and goal. He's going to try to cut it back in the middle. Dives to the end zone. He's in for a 2 Italian Guys Pizzeria. Scranton touchdown.
Tell you, that drive was primarily White with the great catch from Thorpe Adams. You see him, he comes to the left side, gets some good blocking by that Scranton, left side of that Scranton offensive line. Touchdown, 15-13. They got to go for 2.
The Sacco Chiropractic extra point will be for 2. Marked at the middle of the field at the 3. This will be for the tie, the Sacco Chiropractic 2-point conversion. White will line up out of the gun again. He's going to try to bounce it to the outside. White to the corner, he's in. Tying the game at 15 with 4:34 left.
Ralph M. Cameron, specializing in quality and affordable construction services for residential, commercial, and industrial, licensed and insured. Call 570-401-0654 today for all your construction needs.
Barber Ford has the largest selection of Ford commercial vehicles in Northeast PA with over 50 Super Duties in stock. Plus, Barber Ford is the only Ford commercial vehicle center in the area participating with the state's cooperative purchasing program, CoStars. Barber Ford, where the pros go for trucks.
Third Base Luncheonette, still making memories after all these years.
We welcome you back to Harmon Guy Stadium, a 15-all tie with 4:34 remaining on the Lehigh Valley Health Network. Game of the week, White to kick it away, a Barbush Automotive kickoff. Short kick, Johnson bounces it, and he's got it across the 30. And Johnson will be brought down at the 35 by Nate Cobley.
Johnson did a great job after it bounced off the ground to retain possession. Marty Scranton, White 3-yard touchdown run. White, the 2-point conversion. His speed got him to the corner. 8 plays, 68 yards. White 5 for 31. Passing 1 for 3. Huge pass completion to Thorpe Adams.
That one accumulated 37 yards. Cougars, 1 timeout remaining on the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership scoreboard. 4:28 left on the clock. Bookman, the tailback. He'll get the carry. And Scranton was waiting for him. They may give him across the 35 for maybe a yard. Damiano Funeral Home, located in McAdoo, providing traditional and pre-arrangement services and cremations, which are performed at their on-site facility. For professional and courteous service, call the Damiano Funeral Home, 570-929-2820.
Marty Green, Mitchell, and Hailstone right there on that run play to the right side. Picked up maybe a yard.
Toss this time to Bookman. Trying to find room to the outside, and Scranton strung him out well. May have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and long for the Cougars.
Tried to toss after the power play to the right side. Nothing there. Forcing a 3rd down, 3:35 left. S.J. Kowalski replay. Bookman, there you see him, just can't get it up the field. Has to stay flat.
And it was again White, number 3, that forced him out of bounds, stopping the clock with 3:35 left. 3rd and long for the Cougars.
I think White, with his speed, is able to mirror the ball carrier and get there.
Warner out of the gun, back to pass, being pressured, hit as he throws, and it forces the incompletion. So a 3 and out by the Scranton defense. I believe it was Overton that hit him to force the incompletion. A BLB Auto Sales punt coming up for Hazleton area. Scranton to get it back with all 3 timeouts remaining.
See Warner here, step up. Overton does a great job defensively of spinning inside. Put pressure on Warner. Cougars going to have to punt it away here with 3:30 left.
Russo angles the kick. It'll take a Cougar roll and be down at the Scranton 23-yard line. That's where they'll start. 1st and 10, 3:20 remaining, and all 3 timeouts on the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership scoreboard.
Defensively, 3:20 left in the game. It's tied. What do you concentrate on? Number 1, trying to force the turnover. Number 2, who's their key players? Obviously, White has to be at the top of the list. Anything that they do offensively starts with the quarterback. So while the defense needs to concentrate on him, they also need to play good fundamental defense, keeping pass receivers inside of them.
Fake the handoff, White keeps it. He gets across the 25 to about the 28 for a gain of 4.
Here you see the fake. And again, just enough to freeze some defensive players so that he can bring it basically right up the middle off that fake.
He's going to pass this time. High catch made by Walker. Dragging him down was Connor Shamani. Immediately leaving the Knights with a 3rd down and about 2.
Just short of that first down. Decent coverage by Shamani. Here you see it. White makes the throw, but Shamani comes up quickly.
I apologize. They gave him the 33, making it 3rd and 1. White will go under center. Watch for that sneak again. They do go with the sneak. White picks up the Harry's. You pull it first down to the 35 after a gain of 2.
Got to take away A-B gap. The A gap, both sides of the center is the A gap. You have to take it away if you feel the quarterback might do something like that.
New set of downs for Scranton. They'll take their time as they have all night long. Under 2 minutes remaining in the tie ball game at 15. Walker in motion. They give it to him. Walker trying to get to the outside, and he's going to be hauled down by Max Barrett after a loss of about 3 on the play.
That's Jay Kowalski replay. There you see Walker. Nothing there. Great play. Great play by Max Barrett.
Scranton takes a timeout. Game tied at 15.
For 4 generations, All-American Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram has been treating their customers like family. Stop in to get the lowest financing options and best service around. Whether you're in need of a Ram pickup or have an active family lifestyle or simply want to show off your fun, adventurous side, All-American Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram of Tamaqua has a wide variety of inventory to choose from. Stop in for Jeep Adventure Days.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice, everyday low prices, plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazleton. Everything to make your house a home.
Scranton took their first time out. They have 2 remaining. 2nd and 13 from the 32. White by himself in the backfield out of the gun. Looks like he's changing the play. Quick throw, complete. 1 tackle missed. Couple more missed. Still on his feet and near the first down, shy by about 3. Was Thorpe Adams.
Thorpe Adams caught it about 4 yards. He picked up 5 yards in heavy traffic.
They rush to the line, look for the quarterback sneak. White pushing, and great effort gets him across the 45 for a Harry's. You pull it first down.
It's interesting. He took the snap, took a couple steps to his left, and wiggled his way up the field for the first down.
Last minute of play in the ball game. Scranton 2 timeouts left. White's pass, incomplete. Mattarella was the closest one there. Again, confusion between Overton and White.
Well, part of the confusion was the pressure. We're going to see this right here. Boom. Great job by Bryce Reed coming in from the left side. Almost Made a big mistake there, Marty. Mattarella was very close.
So the clock will stop on the incompletion, 53.4 seconds remaining in the ball game. 2nd and 10 from the Scranton 46. White again by himself in the backfield. Coming in motion is Thorpe Adams. White up the middle. He's going to be brought down after a short gain. Hunsinger and Reed there on the tackle. Scranton takes their final timeout in this 15 all time.
Life is full of partners. Your health deserves a partner too.
Hey guys, this is Ray Merrill from Blaze Alexander yeah. Hey guys, it's Ray Merrill from Blaze Alexander, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. It's Jeep Adventure Days and Ram Power Days. Save over 10 grand on the 2019 Dodge Ram Classic Quad Cab. On the 2019 Compass Latitude, save over $8,000. You love that Grand Cherokee Limited? Save yourself over $7,000. You get a Dodge, you get a Jeep, and you get a Ram. So come on down to Blaze Alexander, Greater Hazleton, and see why we ride the lowest price guaranteed.
After the Scranton timeout, both teams left with 1 timeout remaining. 47.5 seconds left, 3rd and 8 for the Knights. Low snap. White's pass is complete. Thorpe Adams loses the football out of bounds.
Gonna be a discussion here.
They mark it, looks like right at the stick. It's good for a Harry's. You pull it 1st down. So a break for the Knights. 39.6 seconds remain. 1st and 10 at the Cougar 44. You check the Blaze Alexander Family Dealership scoreboard, 1 timeout each. As he has for most of this possession, White by himself in the backfield. Quick drop, quick pass. Tipped up in the air. Incomplete, they roll. And I don't know if it was on the initial bounce or when Molesky went for the interception.
Looked like it was thrown a little low as we look on the S.J. Kowalski replay. Thrown a little low, and receiver couldn't quite handle it. The ball popped in the air, but I think it hit the ground. Incomplete, 35.5 seconds.
Great look from our production crew. Looked like it did hit the ground first before Molesky tried to corral it. So 2nd and 10 from the 44. 3 receivers set to the bottom of your screen. White looking that way, being pressured downfield and out of the reach. Closest man there was Fisher. I guess he was looking for Thorpe Adams, but Sam Jones was also there for Scranton.
I think White just threw it up. Hopefully, he was hoping for one of those receivers to run under it. Closest player was Fisher.
So it'll bring up a 3rd and 10 from the 44.
Really, he had trips to the right side, a single receiver to the left. The trips to the right side just ran down the field, so nobody really was around that pass.
Scranton this half 4 for 4 on 3rd down conversions. Have a 3rd and 10 here. White going down the sideline, and it is caught down to the 1 by Walker. 22.4 seconds remain.
Ran the single receiver at Walker. White makes a good throw. Walker makes a great catch.
They'll officially mark it at the 3 in the Grand Central red zone in Scranton. They have 1st and goal. White trying to go straight up the middle. They'll rule him stopped at the 2. Coach Shumbris will use his final timeout. We'll keep it here with 14.3 seconds left. Second and goal from the 2. 15 all tie. Scranton out of timeouts. So if you run that sneak again and come up short, you may not get another play.
Whatever you run and come up short, you're not going to get another play. The big play, they go to their athletes. White, Walker, throws it up, one-on-one coverage. Hopefully your big play players can make a big play. Walker made one.
That last play, Joe, was for 41 yards down to the 3. Second and goal from the 2 for Scranton, a 15 all tie. No timeouts remaining. White will line up in the gun by himself. Blockers on either side. He's going to throw it. Tipped. It's intercepted. Picked off at the line. Kevin Molesky with the game-saving interception. They went for that play that Florida ran years ago. The jump pass, and Molesky came up with the pick.
Just didn't get the ball high enough because they had the play. Watch this. There you see, he just didn't. The receiver is in the end zone. White stopped a little bit too far from the line of scrimmage to try to make that play.
Hazleton area takes their final timeout, and looking at the placement of the ball, I know why. They're just shy of their own goal line. Coach Brennan has to come up with a play. They just can't simply take a knee. They got to be able to push forward and just get a couple yards.
Got to snap the ball, quarterback sneak.
But I think by taking your last time out, you want to make sure everybody's on the same page. This is definitely not somewhere that you want to make a mistake. You want to be on the same page and be crisp. But what a play by Kevin Molesky, who has stepped up big in this second half on both sides of the ball for the Cougars to keep it at 15 all.
Another step, and White had another. There you see it, a play. Molesky did a great job defensively. He was off the line of scrimmage.
Warner will go under center. And he will sneak it for a gain of about a yard. And that's all they needed as the clock will hit zeros. We're through 4 quarters of play. Joe, can you believe for the second time this year we're heading to overtime? The score, Scranton 15, Hazleton area 15. I guess we're staying here, Joe. So for the second time this year, our opener went to overtime. We're going to overtime here. You'll have a coin flip. Each team will get a possession at the 10. We've talked about it so much. Basically with the coin flip, if you want to win it, you want to go on defense first so you know what you have to do.
And a lot of people will say, why do you do that? Well, like you said, I want to know whether I have to score 3, 6, 7, whatever the case might be. So we'll look forward to the coin flip.
Let's go, boy.
Good ball game. A lot of big plays, couple of mistakes. We're knotted at 15, looking at our first overtime.
We'll take a break and be back with the coin flip in overtime. We're tied at 15.
Life is full of partners. Your health deserves a partner too.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Renai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
We welcome you back to Harmon Guy Stadium. Chuck Supon meeting with both coaches and captains. Getting set for the overtime coin flip.
Gentlemen, shake. Okay, you get to call, head or a tail. He's called a head, okay? And it's head, Scranton is one to top. You will go on defense. What end of the field you want to be at? Okay, we're going to go down on the 10-yard line, scoreboard side, and it'll be 1st and 10 Hazleton. Good luck, guys.
As you heard, Scranton won the toss. They want defense. Cougars chose to go to the scoreboard side of Harmon Guy Stadium from the 10. Joe, you've got fourth quarter team stats.
Yeah, the biggest stat is on the board, 15-15, but we had Hazleton 219 total, 116 rushing, 103 passing. Scranton 97 yards rushing, 139 passing, 236 total, so very close. The game is tied. We go to our first overtime ball on the 10.
And it'll be Hazleton area ball to start. 15 all. Set up by a Kevin Molesky interception with 9 seconds left in the fourth to preserve the tie. Credit the Scranton special teams, 2 blocked extra points. Have us here tied at 15. Warner with a pistol look. It's going to give to Molesky. Molesky forces his way inside the 10 to the 9. As, of course, each possession here in overtime starts in the Grand Central red zone.
The only clock that you're worried about is the play clock. Game clock does not matter. Tried to run Molesky back to the right side with Warner going left.
Molesky heads back to the huddle with a limp as Coach Brennan gives the play to Warner. As mentioned, play clock to 10. Cougars head to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and goal from the 9. Play clock to 5. Down to 3. Get it off. Warner rolls left. Throws incomplete. Looking for Bookman. It'll bring up 3rd and goal.
Tried to hit Bookman in the flat, but there was great coverage there. So nothing doing. Looking at 3rd down and goal from the 9-yard line. Now, if you're Coach Brennan, you're starting to think, do we get, if we don't move the ball here, do we try the field goal, at least get 3 out of it?
Play action. Warner rolls right. Throws to the end zone, and I believe it was tipped away from Casadas. Donato Stepney, I believe, got a hand on it.
Stepney with good coverage. He was right under Casadas. Warner took as much time as he could, and when he got to the almost the sideline, he made the throw.
We have an injured Cougar back past the 10. Believe it's one of their offensive linemen, and it may be Leo Kelly, the sophomore.
Sitting up, I think probably an ankle, maybe.
Not putting a lot of pressure on that left leg as he'll be helped off.
Kelly only a sophomore, as you had mentioned, and we've seen some underclassmen tonight, especially for the Cougars, come up real big. We have a 4th down.
As you mentioned, they will go to Luke Russo for a Sacco Chiropractic field goal. He hit earlier from 25 yards. This attempt will be for 26. Fisher on the hold.
Got a block up front.
It's a fake! Fisher! It's incomplete! Was looking for Johnson, and it fell incomplete. So Scranton will hold, and they can win it on the possession here.
Looked like he had. The receiver just didn't get the ball there. You see Fisher going right, just didn't make a very good throw.
So the Cougar defense will have to come up big. Scranton will start in the Grand Central red zone, 1st and goal from the 10. Last time in this same direction at the end of the 4th, White was intercepted by Molesky to conserve the 15-all tie. Scranton can win it here. White by himself out of the gun. He's going to try to bounce it to the near sideline. And he got away from Casadas, stepped out of bounds after a gain of about 3 to the 7.
Fisher and Casadas right there. Just outside the 7-yard line, Marty. There you see it on the S.J. Kowalski replay.
Second and goal, Scranton from the Cougar. 7 were in overtime, tied at 15. Scranton, if they score, can win here on this possession. It's going to be a toss play to Thorpe Adams, trying to get to the outside, and he is hauled down out of bounds by Max Barrett.
Barrett with a great job on that toss play. Tried to run it out of that power eye look. Never could get really downhill. Tried right there, and Barrett makes a huge play.
And an injured Cougar out of bounds on the far sideline will be attended to. And it's the aforementioned Max Barrett. He'll have to leave for a play, and that's a big loss for Hazleton area, Joe. Max Barrett's been one of the monsters defensively tonight for Hazleton area.
He's played very well. Hunsinger also. They've had some. Molesky has played well. So they've had some huge plays from that defense.
And I wonder if he's cramping up, Joe, because he started trotting off and he got near Coach Brennan and went back down, and it looks like they're stretching him. Almost wonder if it's a cramp at this point of the ball game. But he looked like he was all right, and then he got near Coach Brennan and went down again.
He's up now. 7 yards.
And I'm sure they'll try to get him hydrated quickly. But the Cougars defense will be the big 3rd and goal without him. I've been forgetting to mention this. Starting Wednesday at 7, it's Sports Talk here on WILN. Join Coach Brennan as he talks about this Scranton game. A look ahead to the home finale against Wallenpaupack and a special Cougar guest. Sports Talk starting this Wednesday at 7 here on WILN. 3rd and goal, Knights. Flag down. Now Coach Shumbris was calling for their timeout. Each team gets a timeout in overtime. Coach Shumbris takes his. So we'll keep it here. Critical 3rd and goal coming up from the 7.
They brought Walker on that formation before the timeout, almost to the sideline. They were trying to isolate him one-on-one with the defensive back.
Now with this timeout, Coach Brennan is over talking to the officials. I believe Barrett can come back if he's healthy. With the timeout taken on the field, I believe Barrett, even though Hazleton area didn't take the timeout, I believe because the timeout was taken, I believe Barrett can return if he is healthy.
And I think he did. I think I just saw 52 walk into the huddle. Correct me if I'm wrong.
He's trotting onto the field, so he can return. So he'll be on the field for a critical 3rd and goal from the 7. White by himself out of the gun, strength of the formation to the right. White's gonna go that way, looking to cut it back. White to the end zone. He wins it with the 2 Italian guys. Pizzeria, 7-yard touchdown run for Tylell White, and Scranton wins it 21-15.
S.J. Kowalski replay, just uses his speed. Turns it up the field right off tackle. Talked about big plays, big play players. Tylell White
showed a ton of patience, just waited and waited, found the hole, got himself to the end zone. Tylell White helped Scranton on the road with a come-from-behind overtime victory, their 6th victory in a row over Hazleton area by a score of 21-15. Waiting for a cameraman to get with Mike Sosar. Mike's down on the field with Coach Steve Shumbris. Let's head down to Mike with the winning head coach.
Coach Shumbris, big win here in overtime. Your leader, your quarterback, Tylell White, takes it in for the score. Pretty much led the offense throughout the whole game, not to mention the 2 special teams blocks on extra points that help it get there as well.
Yeah, it was a total team effort. Tylell has been our leader all year, and we've been like we got each other's back team, and we didn't play the prettiest tonight, but Hazleton's a heck of a football team. They're very good, and he made a hell of a play on that last touchdown run there.
Coach, 6-2 now as you head home next week. Big showdown in Valley View.
Yeah, we take one game at a time. We really got to buckle down. We know Valley View's a good football team, but again, hats off to Hazleton. They played a heck of a game tonight.
Coach, thanks so much. Best luck rest of the season.
Thank you very much.
Back upstairs, Marty.
Thanks a lot, Mike. As Coach Shumbris' winning Scranton Knights head to the far locker room, Hazleton area trots off to their locker room in the Richie Matz Fieldhouse. And you heard Coach Shumbris more than once credit Hazleton area. And, I guess it was Coach Parcells that said you are what you are, but it's hard to believe watching this Hazleton area team that they're 1-7. Another great effort tonight, and let's get to our Arc Electric, the Wire Guys player of the game. Tylell White led the comeback, and he scored the winning touchdown for the Knights. He finished 26 carries, 81 yards, 3 touchdowns, 9 of 21 passing, 139 yards and 2 interceptions, but the big pass to Walker of 41 yards that helped get them in position in the 4th quarter, but the Cougars come up short. But Tylell White, our Arc Electric, the Wire Guys player of the game.
We're talking about your big-time players. Well, White and Walker's isolated one-on-one. White throws it up, makes a decent throw, and Walker makes a great catch. Really, that helped them with this win tonight, 21-15.
Couple of finals, Joe, as the showdown is set. Berwick and Dallas both coming off victories as they'll meet in Dallas next Friday. To round out some of these individual stats, first for Scranton, Ricky Walker, 4 receptions, 71 yards. Jason Thorpe Adams, 3 receptions, 56 yards for the Cougars. Kellen Warner, back from injury, 8 of 17, 103 yards and a touchdown. Matt Bookman, 13 carries, 69 yards. Kevin Molesky, who had a big second half, including what looked like a game-saving interception to send the game to overtime. 3 catches, 53 yards, and a touchdown, plus that big interception for the Cougars. But Hazleton area drops to 1-7 on homecoming weekend, and may have seen their playoff hopes dashed here in a tough overtime loss to the Scranton Knights.
I'll tell you what, and I know it's tough being 1-7. I can empathize with Coach Brennan. 1-7. But tonight, when I'm looking at Buckman, Casadas, a host of younger players for this Hazleton team, you have to continue to play. Obviously, you have 2 games left. Wallen-Paupack here, Crestwood at Crestwood. And there's no doubt in my mind that the Cougars will continue to play hard. They played very well tonight overall. They came away with a loss, but I thought they stood toe-to-toe with Scranton the whole ball game.
And Scranton, as we mentioned, winners of 6 in a row in a thrilling come-from-behind victory here at Harmon-Geist Stadium. They'll get ready for Valley View the next weekend. We're going to say goodnight for our director, Barry J.S. Stats by Jim Burns. For Mike Sosar, Joe DeMalfi, I'm Marty Burton saying so long. Once again, the final score in overtime. Scranton 21, Hazleton area 15. Join us next Friday night for week number 9 of the Lehigh Valley Health Network Game of the Week. It'll be the home finale for Hazleton area as they'll play host to Wallen-Paupack. We'll be on the air next Friday night live at 7. Wallen-Paupack, Hazleton area, the Lehigh Valley Health Network Game of the Week, week number 9. This has been a WYLN Sports Special presentation. Good night from Hazleton.
You're watching WYLN TV. We're your local network.
Helping your dollars go further every day. Stay here for fantastic bargains. This is Penny's Classifieds from WYLN TV 35. Hazleton Memorial Company, 731 South Church Street in Hazleton, specializes in memorials for loved ones, pet markers, repair and cleaning, cemetery lettering, and much more. For a free consultation, call them at 570-455-4956.
Watching Penny's Classified on WYLN 35. Affordable advertising that works. Advertise your business, car, home for sale, garage sales, anything you have for sale, you just call me, John Casadas, at 570-233-1814 for rates and information.
Our Pet of the Week segment, where we feature pets from local animal shelters in need of adoption. If you are interested in any pet that you see, please call the number on the screen.
John's Family Restaurant in the Churchill Mall, Hazleton. Stop in and enjoy a full menu: breakfast, lunch, dinner, and desserts, homemade soups, sandwiches, entrees, and there's a kids menu. Lunch and dinner specials daily. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Sunday, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. John's Family Restaurant in the Churchill Mall. The food is great, the price is right. Stop in for a great meal today. The Ovalon Bar and Grill in Hazleton, family owned and operated for over 60 years, offering Italian classics and contemporary cuisine. Join us for a superb dining experience. The Powerhouse in Whitehaven, offering an exceptional dining experience in a unique historic atmosphere, with attention to detail, commitment to quality, and customer satisfaction. Consider the Powerhouse or Ovalon for your next dining experience, holiday party, or gathering. ATI Insulation Systems Incorporated, specializing in new and existing homes, batten blown in fiberglass and cellulose. Free estimates, fully licensed and insured. Call 570-455-1400.